Hey guys, well today is officially day 2 of having the boat with me. Stage 1 is completed, so all the fab work on the hull and the trailer is done. I picked it up from Oceanic yesterday and dropped it off to Rockingham Boating, and they've test fitted the motor, so all the holes are now drilled for the motor, ready to go, which is great. I'm going to pick her up today, and then tomorrow is getting dropped off to Port Kennedy Boat Services to start stage 2, and then they're going to do all their pre-fitting for sounders, hatches, live bait tanks, you name it. All the pre-fitting and pre-fit out stuff's happening from tomorrow for about a week, and then it's going to Jamelka Coatings again down in Rockingham, trying to use all local businesses if I can, and then it's going to them on the 22nd of June, and they're going to have it for, he said, about 5 weeks, which is pretty standard from what I've been told. And then they're going to do all the fairing, making sure everything's all blended in, making all the welds look better from what they've told me. Some of the welds look amazing as it is, but to get that real slim look, real, what can you say, uniform look for everything, makes an alley boat sort of look like a fiberglass boat is what I've been told. But yeah, that'll be with them for about 5 weeks, and then back to Port Kennedy Boat Services, and then Jack and the crew there will start fitting it out properly. All the sounders will go in. We'll do a bit of a walkthrough once it's there. Once all the holes and everything's cut, you'll get a bit of a better idea of where everything's going. She makes the Chevy look tiny. Everyone who's seen it says the same thing. It makes your car look small. But it tows really good. I was very surprised at how well it towed behind the Chevy. I thought it might have pulled a little bit, but definitely not. So fuel economy I was a bit surprised about as well. It wasn't as thirsty as I thought. Low 20s, so I think it was about 23 litres per 100k, and that was sort of around suburbia. So to be expected, traffic lights, roundabouts, stop start, all that sort of stuff. So that was pretty good. Haven't had it on the weighbridge yet. I plan to do that before it gets all the bits and pieces started on it. So I want to get a complete dry hull and trailer weight, and then I'll let you guys know what the weight is as well. That way, if anyone else is interested in getting an Oceanic Fabrications boat 8.2, you guys will know sort of what she weighs completely dry, and then yeah, that way you can sort of gauge what car or what your towing abilities will need to be. I'm running a single engine, like I think I've said before. I'm running a single 350 with the Helm Master, so I've gone Yamaha with this one. I was considering going the Suzuki, but having to go with the Optimus electrical steering system and everything was going to be an extra 13,000, and then I didn't want to go that way, especially as it was an extra system, whereas with the Yamaha it's all integrated. So, but yeah, you guys will see that in future videos. But again, just sort of documenting the process so I can look back on it later on down the track. It's been fun. It's been a little stressful here and there, but this is sort of a bit more of the fun part. You get to see the hard work and everything sort of come together, which is good. So yeah, hopefully later on today I'll get another little bit added to this, and you guys will get to see get to see her behind the car again, and we'll go from there. Cheers. So, hey again guys. Currently on my way driving up to JPW Marine, which feels like a second home at the moment. Doing another pickup for some bits and pieces for the boat, which isn't a bad thing because it means it's moving forward in the right direction. We had a couple of bits and pieces on back order, which we were waiting on to come in, which they finally have, which is great. So yeah, heading up there now. Boats at PK Boat Services, fit out or pre-fit out has officially started. They're cutting holes today. We spent probably a good hour and a half yesterday and a little bit of time this morning just going through the boat, deciding where bits and pieces will be, deciding where rod holders will be, cup holders, hatches, all that sort of thing. And you sort of have to take your time. Got to remember where everything is, things that you forget that you had. So it's good to have a few people there as well to remind you. Like I walked in this morning and totally forgot where I was going to have my Yamaha cage. So, and we sat there for a minute with one of the guys that works there, one of the fabricators, and we just sort of nutted things out, and in the end we actually came up with a layout that I didn't even think of, so which was really good, and it's going to give us enough room for where our switch panel's going to go. The layout's going to be a little bit better, it's going to give us better vision of it. So yeah, we're really happy with how it's going at the moment. Going to get some more footage of it hopefully this afternoon, because I'm going to drop off some of the gear that I've got. Yeah, got fuel fillers, hatches, porthole or port access hatches. We've got a Minn Kota cover as well, that had to come, we were waiting on that. Yeah, so probably got another few more trips to go, got hinges and that coming. So it's all these little bits and pieces that you sort of forget about, where you go, oh yeah, it goes from stage 1 to stage 2, and then you go, oh shit, now I need to get all this stuff. But it's taken a while, so sort of to where I am now with the build, I'd probably say a good 18 months to 2 years, and that's going through boat builders, sussing them out, and there's nothing wrong with any of the other boat builders that I looked at. It was just in the end it came down to the design and the layout of the boat builder that I went with. They were what I wanted. They were more than willing to accommodate the changes that I was going with. They were working well with me, which was really good. We got sealed marine windows in the other day, on I think it was last Monday. They did the patents for the windows, they're all done now. I found out afterwards that my windows are what they call an extra large window. They were a little bit bigger than usual, not only the sliders but the front windows, because the boat's 2.7 meters wide, so front opener and two fixed windows on the front are a little bit thick or a little bit wider. But yeah, it's all in all, it's gone pretty well. By the time you guys will see this, we should be a little bit more way through the build and yeah, have a bit more done, which would be great. This is the exciting part for me anyway, is seeing it all sort of come together, and yeah, it's I'm enjoying this part because I can see the progress. So we're getting to the point now where the boat's going to be insured as a whole, and it's now registered, trailer's registered. The trailer's 9.2 meters long, and I had it across the weighbridge, so I think I said in my last little snip I was going to go and get it weighed, and I did. So the Chevy itself weighs 4.04 ton
as it sits with a full tank of fuel and just me in it by myself. And then with the Chevy and the boat trailer and the boat on the back, just as it was picking it up from Oceanic, it was combined 6.58 tonne. So that, to me, just obviously deducting the Chevy weight, is 2.54 tonne as a dry weight for the trailer and the boat. So yeah, I'll just need to have a look at the plate on the trailer and figure out what the trailer weighs by itself, and then I'll be able to sort of figure out what the boat weighs just as the boat as a dry hull, and I'll let you guys know next. So yeah, anyway, thanks for listening in, and thanks for following along, guys. Cheers, bye.
Hey guys, how we doing? So I thought we'd do a little bit of a walkthrough of the boat so far. So we're up at PK Boat Services down in Port Kennedy. So we're just going to go for a quick walk just through the boat as it is at the moment. So it's been down here for a week. Been going through just the pre-fit out process, so cutting holes in everything, going through just making sure it's ready for paint, going through making a couple of little changes for what I've asked the boys to do so far. So yeah, we'll head in. Might be a little bit loud, but hopefully you guys can hear me. I've set it so it should cut out most of the noise, but we'll give you a bit of a run through and show you guys what's been going on so far. Cool. So she's running on a 4.5 tonne trailer at the moment. We put in the boat catch just to make it a little bit easier just for when we're launching and retrieving, especially given the size of the boat. So the full size is 8.2 by 2.7 Oceanic. We ended up putting a Minn Kota mount built in onto the front. We had to separate the bow rails. So we ended up putting on the Junior 600 series outriggers. We ended up putting them a little bit higher than we usually would. Just makes it a little bit easier when we're out trawling for tuna and things like that. We've made the windows a little bit longer, so we've got extra large windows now. We've also put on water deflectors on the sides of each of the gunnels, so you'll be able to see them. We put boat buckles on. They're just going to make it a little bit easier just to hold it down when we're using them on those trips. Everyone needs safety. So let's head up and have a look. Ooh. Before we go up, so these are the 450 Pro zip weights with the Wake Glow underwater lights attached. So we got these just to save us putting on any extra holes into the back of the boat. So we've still got plates here for anodes, which we can add on later on both sides. But yeah, we put these on. I was going to go just the normal ones, but we put the Zip Weight Pros on just to add that little bit of extra pitch control. So the normal ones will alleviate the roll, but the 450 Pros will add that pitch control in as well. And then yeah, to save adding in the extra holes, I put on the weight glows. So these should be a little bit better than just your normal standard underwater lights. And these are our ladders that we got chucked on. So these were built by Oceanic Fabrication, 450 wide and by 800 high. So when we're standing in the fish cage on the back, That'll give us a nice platform to be able to stand back here, add an extra little bit of fishing room, even though we've got a nice big back deck space there. Let's head up. So you'll see when we get on, we've got a huge bit of deck space. It's a little bit noisy in here, but hey, it is a workspace. So the boys have been working pretty hard all week. So you'll see, these are for our 360 rod holders, cup holders, and we've got 3 sets of them down each side of the gunnel. I just haven't cut in the last one yet. Cray winch, we've got the winch and tipper. Both of them are removable, so I can take both of these out. And this one here, that's my my bait board. Definitely can't take credit for this one, but I was definitely taking the idea and putting it on my boat, I'll tell you that much. It's just our little isolator box, so all my isolator switches will be going in there. We've got electric reel input under the gunnel there. We've got one there. And 2 more up here. We got them mirrored on both sides. So you'll see that there. And all the way down there too. Those have to be cut in for the moment. That's a saltwater deck wash will be going in there. That's my battery compartment and my bilge area down in there. Wait until you see the size of the transducer. That thing is huge. So again, 600 series junior outriggers from I think Relaxn they were. Yeah, Reelax. I did remember. So Reelax outriggers. I got 18-foot carbon outriggers going on here. But the boys down at PK are going to be fabricating some custom triclover clamps that are going to go up here just to hold the outriggers, because these ones, one of their things is they move around a little bit, so they won't at the moment because they're down, but when they're up you find that they'll wobble a little bit. So especially going out to the fads and things like that here over in Perth, these will move around and you really don't want that, especially with 18-foot 20-foot riggers. When they're up, it's not good. There's the other water deflector. So we test fitted this beauty yesterday. So we got our helm positioning nice and correct yesterday. So we test fitted this, which was good. So I've just got a recessed section in here. So spent about half an hour yesterday, just getting the position right. Sorted out everything on the helm. But yeah, got everything sorted. Space was correct. Got everything sorted so I was back far enough. I've got the Helm Master joystick going in here. Now, I'm old. I've got a sore back. It's broken. So I've got a nice comfy chair and we've set it so when we've got autopilot on and we're cruising out, I can sit there. I don't have to stand. I've got the suspension base on the seat and I can control the boat with the joystick. And I did have it sitting around here somewhere. Ah, there it is. So, yeah. Helm Master. Lifesaver. There's some of my Minn Kota stuff as well. That's there. The boat's in a bit of a shambles at the moment, but pre-fit. So it's literally just cutting holes everywhere, deciding where we're going to put everything. The guys down here have been really good. They just give me a call, ask me questions. Where do I want this? Where do I want that? I cut out some templates when I was at home and just pretty much said I wanted one of my 16s obviously on there. The other one's going here. And then I'm putting one of my switch panels here. And one of my Yamaha gauges is going to go there. I've got one of the control module for the TZT16s because the 16s are full touchscreens. So if you want the ability to have a control or a toggle switch and some push buttons, you need to have a control panel or a sort of like a little, what you would have on the 13 down the side. That's this. Autopilot, and then my binnacle gauges will go here. So in the cabin, they fitted the toilet into the right spot. All the plumbing's cut in for that. That's my door. It is a bit loud. Sorry if the audio's not the crash, brothers. I might have to do a voiceover for it, but we'll see how we go. So on this side, that's the back cutout for the TZT-E 9-inch screen. That's going to be going in the passenger side. So this is the passenger side dash. So again, TZT 9-inch is going in here. And I've got Rockford Fosgate Marine speakers. So we've got 6.5-inch speakers going up in here in the cab. 6.5 inches there. And just on the speakers, the guys here down in PK fabbed up some of these boxes because this wasn't thick enough to house the speakers. So they've just fabbed in these boxes to house the 8-inch speakers here, which you'll see, they're pretty cool. They're all light changing as well. So these here, when they're on and the lights are on, these along with the wake glows that are on the zip wakes will change together. So if these are blue, the wake glows will be blue. If the wake glows are green, these will be green. If these are going with the music, the wake glows will go with the music. The under gunnel strip lighting, so under here, I've got strip lights that go all the way along. That'll be on a separate one. They'll be on the dash, so I'll be able to control them. What else? I've got my rear floods. So I've got the slimline Navas. I'll get back. I'll put all this stuff in the comments or in the description, sorry, of all the stuff that we've got on. There's a lot, but I'll have to double check. Nava or Hella, but they're the slimline ones. So they'll fit underneath the awning bracket. Yeah, all the hatches. So I've got hatches everywhere. Underneath the helm seat, they all still need to go in. But yeah, Rockford Fosgate speakers. So I've got the PMX-2 controller that's going on the passenger side here. And the GME radio is going to go on the passenger side here, just so we haven't got too much going on the driver's side dash on the helm. Just don't want it too cluttered. Also, passenger's got some stuff going on here too. So this is obviously the lounge, Earl lounge on the passenger side of the boat. Doesn't look like much now. It's a bit covered in some stuff. That's the suspension seat and the base plate for the helm chair. In here, so we haven't got it cut in yet. Still yet to pick it up from Oceanic, so it's just on back order at the moment. But we've got a Vitrifrigo fridge coming from Italy. That's going to be going in there. It's a 100-litre drawer style fridge with a stainless steel faceplate or stainless steel sort of flange on it. That's going to look pretty cool. And I've got a 2-drawer custom-made system coming from Plastec in Queensland. So they're making it for me. It's just 2 drawers, but they're all on stainless steel runners, stainless steel latches, but it's all done in king starboard. So that'll be here in about 6 weeks, but that'll be for all dry store sort of stuff. So if we do an overnighter, we'll be able to put in just dry store food. So yeah, just sort of like your cupboard stuff really. And then if you're not doing overnighters, you can just have it as a dry section where you'll be able to put your larger stuff in the bottom, smaller stuff in the top. But yeah, that's sort of the cabin layout. That's where our water tank is underneath there. So just to sort of give you a look, because you don't really get to see underneath here because it's usually all sort of bolted in. So that's my water tank. So we are flipping that around. So the pickup and the inlet. So this is going to be on that side. So we're going to flip it and there. So then all my fuel fillers and inlets and everything are going to be on that side of the boat. And let's see if we can see it from here. Got our anchor well up there. So we've got a Viper anchor winch going in up there, which will probably be down on the table over there somewhere. If I've got a photo or a little quick snippet of it, I'll chuck that in. But yeah, Viper series anchor winch going in there. I've got the, now let me try to remember this. With the Minn Kota, it's the Riptide Instinct Quest, I think it is. It's the auto deploy one. So yeah, we've got that going in. And it's the 87 inch shaft. So that'll be good. I was in 2 minds about this. So I wanted a hatch here because I wanted storage behind here. And I was going to put another one in there, but this here, underneath here, if you have a quick look in there, don't know if you guys can see all the way through, but it is huge storage in there. So I did a quick measure up with my fish bag, and I can get my fish bag in there long ways. So if I put it in there, I can put my fish bag all the way in, and it means it's completely off the deck. So which means this whole area will be clear for guys when we go fishing. So yeah, it means that we've got the most available fishing space, and the worst thing is when you're on a boat and you're tripping over everything and tripping over everyone, it just gets it's a bit crowded. So yeah, that was sort of my thinking behind it all. Oh, one thing, and people have asked me about this. What is that? What am I using it for? So, this, originally, I wasn't gonna have this. This was a thought and something that I put in right towards the end. I originally was gonna be putting in a 24-inch screen in the back of this seat. We were gonna make it a bit thicker and we were gonna put it in there. It wasn't gonna work with the seat layout. So had some good conversations with the guys at Oceanic Fabrication with Aris down there, and we decided not to do that. And what we did was we put a built-in screen box into the roof. And so we've got a 24-inch TV screen, or any sort of screen that's going to be going in here, and it will flip down this way, and what will happen is it's going to be connected to my Furuno screens up here, and it'll repeat whatever's on the Furuno screens here, up here, and then that way when we're fishing down the back of the boat, you'll be able to see your sounder from here, because they're quite a way away if you're all the way down the back there. So that was the thinking behind that. Also, when you've got family days or you've got friends on the boat and things like that, over at Rottnest or you're on the beach, just a normal family day, and you've got videos or TV or the footy playing on the TV, that's then also going to have audio playing through the speakers. So that's all got to be tied in together. So we'll be able to stream the footy. It'll have Netflix, all that sort of stuff. So then you'll still be able to watch football. So we'll get some of those, I think it's Relaxn bean bags, get 2 of them, which we'll be able to store on the boat. So you can chill, have a nice, good family day on the boat and still have something to entertain the big kids and the little kids. So yeah, that was the plan of that. So this is built for fishing. So for me and my mates to go fishing, but also for the missus, the little ones, and the family too. So yeah, all up, this has taken probably close on 2 years of planning, discussing backwards and forwards from boat builders, drawing, sketching, going through ideas. This will work, this won't work, this is what I want, this is what I can have. But yeah, subwoofer is going to be put into there. So I've got a 10-inch from memory. Subwoofer's going in here. That's all going to be sound deadened as well. And underneath here, there's going to be, once we trim it, there'll be like a little dicky cushion that'll go in here. So when you're trawling, you'll be able to sit and watch the spread. So, and we've also still got a storm cover. So similar to the awning bracket that we've got here, this one will come off and then another one will go in, but it'll go all the way back and around and come back and slot into the whole rod holders here, and then have all the canvas come down over the sides, zip all the way down. So if you did choose to have an overnighter somewhere, this back deck can fit 2 king swags side by side on the back deck. And if you wanted swags, if you didn't want swags, you can just put some mattresses down if you really wanted to, or roll out some of those, they're just like those cool roll-up swag things. So you could have some of them. Or you could also just sleep on the deck if you really wanted to. But you can roll down the sides. Is mainly what I wanted to get to. Is you can roll down the sides. You'll have the midgie mesh. You can sleep, I think, probably comfortably 3. If you really wanted to push it once the infills are in over the toilet, you could probably maybe fit 4 in the cabin. But also up on the roof, if you guys can see up there, don't know if you guys saw that if I got it up high enough, but up on the roof you can fit another swag, and I think from what, if I measured it right, you can fit a king's Big Daddy swag, so the double one up there. So you could fit potentially 2 people up there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you could comfortably sleep 8 people on the boat. Boat is legally allowed to carry, or licensed to carry, 12 people. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment. We'll do another little update probably in a few weeks. After here, once everything's sort of cut out, ready to go, we're going to paint. So it'll be at paint for, they say, roughly about 5 weeks. And then from there, it'll come back to PK. And then the boys will fit everything. And yeah, then we'll start moving. And then motors fitted, trimmers, flooring, and then it's then we're on. Cool. Thanks, guys. Gotcha.
One